Hey, this is Dante Brown, writer and director of the Bunkie Trail, and you are listening to the Shrimp City Report Show.
Before we dive into today's episode, we've got a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the Shrimp City Report, make sure you're following us on all of our social channels so you never miss an update. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us grow, and it keeps the show moving forward. Got something to say, a story to tell, or maybe you just want to join us as a guest on the podcast? We'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email and let's make it happen. Thanks for supporting the Shrimp City Report. Now let's get into the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Shrimp City Report, the Lowcountry's #1 podcast for entertainment, leisure, and living. And today, or this week, it is a little bit of sports.
Yeah.
And a friend from the Orangeburg area originally. Yeah. DJ is here with me, and we have somebody we've been looking forward to having ever since we hatched this podcast 2 years ago, and that is Bobby Hartin.
Like, legit, you were on like the #1 top of our list when we were thinking about who we wanted like on our podcast.
Right. Yeah. So how you doing?
Why did you wait 2 years to call?
We were scared to have that.
I'm not doing anything.
Bobby does a radio show in Charleston every afternoon for going on what, 25 years?
35.
35 years.
This is our 35th year.
That is absolutely amazing. And it's, well, #1, our podcast, we get a lot of tourist listeners, but, 70% are low country folks. So I'm sure a lot of folks are going to be very familiar with that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's not many things. Maybe there's a restaurant in Charleston, or your career outdid Joe Riley in this town. So there's not much, much longer than that. And so we're going to blow a lot of sunshine up your ass today, and, because Bobby Hartin. So I guess what we want to start off with is we do listen to the show. We know a lot of your background. Definitely want to talk about Curly Burger later. You grew up in Orangeburg, right?
Grew up in Orangeburg, yeah.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Wade Hampton Academy.
Okay, so Wade Hampton.
In Orangeburg, and then in Carolina after that.
Yeah.
As soon as I got out of Carolina, I moved to Charleston.
Did you have a big family?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh, are you now?
Okay. And my parents were only children. I have no uncles or aunts or cousins.
Wow,
so I got screwed at graduation.
That's pretty interesting because I am too, and DJ is an only child.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. You don't meet a lot of those. Usually we interview some Catholic and they got like 16.
Yeah.
No, just me.
Yeah.
So growing up in Orangeburg, were you always a big sports fan? Was your family?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, I think my father was a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
And he loved the Yankees. And actually, when I was growing up, the Yankees were all you saw on television.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturdays, and then the Braves came along, so I became a Braves fan. He did too, and he pulled for the Redskins.
Okay, yeah.
So I became a Cowboys fan, but not because I wasn't, trying to rebel or anything.
Yeah.
When I was little, I just started pulling for the Cowboys because of Charlie Waters and Dan Reeves,
right?
Being from the state,
right.
And I want to apologize for my voice. I've got one vocal cord working, and so I know I sound horrible. People hearing me for the first time going, how the hell is he on the radio? So it's, I think my listeners are used to it now.
Yeah, the listeners are, and you've not tried to hide anything. You've made no bones about that everything. But I will say we have a lot of AI filters that we can go on that. But you'll sound like Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting, though, that your parents are very flexible with like what team, because a lot of places in the South that does not fly. You're either like your diehard
some sports team,
and if you interject, you might as well be kicked out of the family.
Yeah, you can't deviate. I guess that's a little more with college sports, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, you're right, DJ. And to your point with the Redskins and stuff, I remember, I'm 59, so I remember back when all we saw were the Redskins and the Dolphins on TV.
Right.
There was just that.
It was the Redskins every Sunday. So.
Absolutely, and watched them. It was like you just got to be a fan by osmosis. Right. And then baseball. Did you play any of those sports?
I played soccer, baseball, basketball.
Okay.
We didn't have a football team.
Oh, okay. So you were the one person in South Carolina back
Playing
then that played soccer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
And our philosophy was just kick it hard.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't know where it was going, just kick it. We didn't have a coach that had ever played soccer. It was just a bunch of guys that run around kicking the ball. So
Mm-hmm.
we weren't very good. I didn't care.
What about your parents? Did they play any sports or anything like that? Or
My father played football, and actually he went to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't play football in Alabama, but he played for the Navy.
Oh, really?
Over in Europe, yeah. He was on the football team over there.
Yeah, they had pretty significant sports programs.
Right.
The Armed Forces boxing and all those other things were pretty significant. Hey, everybody. Devin here from the Shrimp City Report. We want to encourage you to check out the refinery in Charleston, South Carolina. The refinery is a beautiful mixed-use facility featuring upscale office spaces, 2 incredible restaurants, the Limbo Lounge, and an amphitheater that hosts national, regional, and local acts all year long. We really can't recommend it enough. Visit refinerychs.com for event details, venue information, and learn more about everything the refinery has to offer. You can also book spaces for your own events directly through their website, so go check them out. And thanks for supporting local.
So not to be made as a slight, but were you good at these sports that you were playing as a kid?
I was a pretty good baseball player, yeah.
Any memorable moments or anything like that? No.
No, not that I can remember. I think I was better when I was little, growing up in Little League and stuff. And in high school, I did make American Legion team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
But that's because they had to have somebody. They made them take somebody from the private school. And
oh, really?
me and a friend of mine, we never played. But I've always loved sports. And I remember my daddy taking me to Orangeburg football games. And the year after I graduated, Orangeburg won the state championship.
Mm-hmm.
They had Michael Caine was quarterbacking. And what was the coach's name? Dick Sheridan.
Oh, wow. Dick Sheridan was coaching Orangeburg.
They left Orangeburg, went to Eau Claire, and then went to Furman and NC State. So they were pretty good.
Yeah, I'll say that's a good lineage.
In fact, I was at Carolina and took a bunch of my friends over to watch them. They played at Spring Valley and watched them win the state championship. So the bottom line is I've always been a sports nut.
Yeah.
What's when you were young, I guess pre-college or whatever, what was, as far as team watching, sports watching, what was like one of the coolest experiences? What is one of the things that you saw on TV or something that really blew your mind with sports?
I guess live either too.
Yeah.
I
don't remember what year it was, but we had a little black and white TV, and my father was watching Alabama play Texas for the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Namath had the ball. He was quarterback at Alabama. First and goal on the 1-yard line. And Alabama, all they had to do was score, and they win the game. They didn't score. And my father picked up a pint of liquor and threw it through the only TV we had in the house.
So
just shattered it.
Just spend all your life wishing you would find Joe Namath.
So I'm thinking, all right, it was a black and white TV. We were had to be the last people in Orangeburg to get a color TV.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, Daddy's going to go out and buy a color TV. He goes out and somehow buys another black and white TV. But the guy, and they sold them at Goodyear back then.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy convinced him to get this sheet. It had like a red, green light, and tape it to the TV, and there you go. You got a color TV. And I'm going,
I know what you're talking about.
Bless his heart. I swear to you, he meant well, but he was.
Yeah, that's fine.
His dad.
Yeah. You should have told him that if you got a color TV, that Alabama would win next year.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm sitting there, and I didn't know what to do. I'm sitting there. I mean, TV's just started smoking.
Yeah.
I think there whatever the gas or something in it. And I'm going like, well, I guess I'm going outside to play.
Right. Yeah.
That's probably my most memorable thing growing up.
That's fascinating. Luckily, you didn't become a serial TV killer watching the Gamecocks. So it's. But I've
never done that. Well, I watch a lot of sports, and I get really emotional.
Oh yeah, there's times
like watching Carolina and stuff like that. I've never done that. So.
Yeah, there's a couple of times when Carolina's beaten Clemson that I went out and got the flag in front of our house and just just javelin into the next yard. I'd be so upset. So,
but I guess speaking of Carolina and Clemson, West Carolina.
Yeah, I was going to go to Alabama because I grew up an Alabama fan.
Yeah,
right.
Because my father went there, my mother was from Alabama, and about 2 weeks before I was supposed to go to college, 3 weeks before I was supposed to go to college, my mother got sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, I had to finagle a bunch of things, but I said, I'll go to Carolina for a semester, just stay around home, and then I'll transfer to Alabama. Well, my mother died 10 days into my freshman year at Carolina.
Oh, God bless.
And so I just ended up staying there.
Well, what made you, I guess, afterwards, what'd you end up going into Carolina at?
Yeah, what'd you study?
Everybody, business. Everybody graduated in business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you were a cheerleader as well.
I was a cheerleader.
Had you had any experience with that before, or you just went out?
No. We were at happy hour at a place called the Twilight Lounge, one of the greatest dive bars ever.
Yeah.
It was over on Rosewood Drive.
Right.
And we went in there, and they dared me because they had cheerleading tryouts at the spring game. And they dared me. We were going to the spring game anyway.
Right.
So I thought, okay, I'll try it. And I think I just hollered a bunch of stuff about Clemson, and all of a sudden I was the mic. I was the mic man. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
I did that for 3 years.
Oh, so you had the mic for 3 years. Yeah. So that gave you a little training for what you ended up doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so when you were there, God, who was coaching then?
Dickel was there when I started.
Okay.
And then Jim Carlin.
Carlin was there. Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember those years pretty well. So, I mean, being a cheerleader, were you able to balance your schooling? How? I don't want to ask you how long it took to get out of school. I mean, being a student athlete or whatever, that must have been.
I've never been called a student athlete. I love this show. That's awesome.
Well, no,
people say, when you go to Carolina, and I said the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 70s.
70s. I started in 71, got out in 79.
Well, that's not too far from my experience with
well, I paid my way through college, so I would have to, work a semester, save enough money to.
Well, that makes a hell of a lot of sense too. Right. I mean, nickel and diamond, and getting on that. I
was in no hurry to get out of college.
No, I thought, I found college.
I wish I could go back
quite
now.
Pleasing. Yeah, no, they need to have youth is wasted on the young.
Right.
Yeah. So you go to college, go to Carolina, become a lifelong fan. What'd you do after college? What job did you do for the 10 or 12 years before you became Charleston's beloved radio?
I worked for Edwin Pearlstine at Pearlstine Distributors. I worked there about almost 10 years. Took my profit share and got into the bar business.
Oh, that's right. We do have a note about that.
I was in the bar business about 25 years. And I did the show while I was in the bar business too.
Okay, yeah.
But, and I don't recommend the bar business to anybody.
Yeah. So you had the sports grill that long? You had the
I started on Mount Pleasant.
Okay. And then you had the Highway 7 location.
I was out of the bar business and, I dragged back in.
Oh, okay.
Had that for about 12 years in West Ashley.
So did you get into the bar business because you had the Pearlstine hookup and you had...
I just said that was, I used to hang around Gene's Hop Route.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Savannah Highway. And that's what they had, that one big screen TV. And we all went there for games and everything.
Yeah, my family grew up over there. So
I opened sports over in Mount Pleasant. We were the first sports bar in Charleston. Had the first satellite dish. Those big old black satellite dishes.
Yep.
And we did great there. And then Hugo wiped that out. Then I moved over to Bypass. And when I got out of that, took about a 5-year break, then got back into it, West Ashley, where the old Messengers was. And then what was it? When did I get out? I don't even remember when I got out of it. I know I ain't going back.
Yeah. It's kind of, I remember what
the economy
was like 2009 or something.
The economy just tanked.
Yeah.
And nobody was working. My customers were really affected because we had, people in real estate and there was nobody selling houses, nobody was building houses, nobody was doing anything.
Yeah, understood.
And our business was all 60, 70%. And I just
Nothing you can do about that, right?
Yeah. So where
sold it to the dog and duck for what I owed, and I ain't looked back.
So where did the radio industry
Gil
come in?
Carpenter, who owned the old woke radio. I don't know.
Wonderful woke radio.
Yeah, he bought that, and he wanted to make it a sports station. And he just came up to me when he was helping me with my advertising. And he came up to me and said he wanted me to do a sports show.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know anything about doing a radio show. And so we did it. And now 35 years later.
So what was it like going on the first time?
I was scared to death.
I bet it was. I bet you were. You're like, what are we going to talk about? And then pray to God that somebody that calls in.
And we were out. We had a remote. My first show was on the road.
Really?
And it was at the old Sports Rock Cafe on Montague Avenue. And I never forget it. My first caller was Ronnie Swales. And he was calling from the payphone in the bathroom at the Sports Rock Cafe. That's my first call. I'll never forget that. Shane Griffin, Gary Griffin's son. And I did the show together back then.
So
we've done a lot. I mean,
Yeah, you've done a lot. And I mean, it's 35 years pretty much uninterrupted, except for your sick spell you had a little bit ago.
Yeah, my knee.
Yeah, so those early shows, I guess you were hitting your stride. So did you count a lot on the callers, the return callers?
We want to call. That's what we base it on. That's what we call it, fan talk.
Yeah.
We encourage people to call. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I've been married twice. I'm used to that. I just, everybody says, when you quit? I said, well, when it quits being fun. And I have fun every day.
I mean, that's a testament to how long you're going to be.
Right.
If you're still having fun after all this time, and it must be super
And we don't know, we'll get off the rails someday. Really. Talk about cheeseburgers.
That's our favorite. That's our favorite stuff.
We love how creative you are with everything.
The summer lack of sports stuff.
Oh, it's slow.
Or during COVID as well, when that was
Yeah, or when you're having, what are you going to bring to a picnic? And people are calling in. And I've got to say, my favorite of all time was just a few years ago, I guess, the fried chicken debate. Who's the best fried chicken? And I distinctly remember you saying, well, I got to put Publix out there because it's delicious. And I was like, you know what? It really holds up against a lot of other places. And we're not sponsored by them. But it's just, it's nuances like that, because I guess you can get really worn out by talking about NIL all the time. And you have to deviate.
I'm so tired of talking about money, NIL. I'm just ready for the games to start and start talking about the sports and not the money part of it.
Do you think, I guess, viewer perspectives and those inputs you get from that's the key to the relevancy you've had over the past 35 years? You've had you've been around 35 years now. Had a lot of
you can say it.
Yeah. A lot of relevancy. I'm wondering if having that input from your viewers, beyond as a feedback, has been one of the reasons why y'all have stayed around so long.
I like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
We're not serious. I'm not going to hit you with a bunch of stats.
Yeah, as you're saying, droning on the same stats over and over can get tiring.
Yeah, it's just boring to me.
Yeah.
I don't care. Wins and losses, that's about all we get into. These national shows, they can cover all the stats. I love it when somebody does something stupid in sports.
Oh yeah.
And that way we can go 2 or 3 days on that.
Oh yeah, that's actually one of the things we were thinking about. What topics generate the most interest?
Right.
Oh yeah.
I guess championships and things like that have interest, but yeah, I guess train wrecks of sports things, help out a lot as well. Yeah. How much preparation goes into the show? Do y'all?
I probably do about maybe 4 hours before I go on the air.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Read a bunch of articles.
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah, I guess you have subscriptions to every service now. I remember you talking about sporting news all the time and kind of lamenting that they went all digital and everything. But getting off topic is not a big problem, though.
We do that about every day.
Okay.
Do you try to hit a balance between local and national sports, or is there a preference you have?
I try to stick locally and statewide because we've got 21 other hours of ESPN radio.
Yeah.
They're going to get all the national stuff they want. No, I don't ignore the national stuff, but I mean, especially college football. I'll talk Carolina, Clemson, college football. We probably talk way more college football than we do NFL.
Yeah.
Because the other 21 hours on ESPN radio, they're talking NFL. They ignore college football for the most part.
Yeah, and this part of the South is college football is the alpha and omega. Pro is what you do after you've watched Saturday full of stuff. But a lot of Yankees and Midwestern people, they prefer the pro over the college.
Right.
So that's
but we covered all, but we don't not cover anything. I hate the NBA. I don't know anything about hockey. I love baseball. I love football.
Well, you got stuck with the World Cup the past few weeks.
I know nothing about the World Cup.
Well, I mean, there's a million new fans of soccer that, I mean, unfortunately.
I mean, again, you were the first person to play soccer in Orangeburg, probably.
That's right.
So
you were there from the beginning.
So I said the other day, I think the busiest person in America is the Amazon return people. Everybody returning all their USA soccer stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got eliminated.
We were just talking about like all those merch companies that were big on USA, like pumping up USA. Then
all the commercials, and now that USA's out, they're like, "Oh man, we got 2 weeks of how are we going to sell this stuff now?"
Yeah.
But it was exciting, and we're fans.
We did get our Waffle House jerseys though.
Yeah,
on time.
Yeah, Waffle House made some soccer jerseys that we got.
We had to get
the most Southern thing ever. So you've been doing the show forever. Every show, I guess, has its regulars. Call in a lot. Comes to mind over the past, I guess, 15 or 20 years that I've been listening. Boston John, Dave, George Dickel.
Right.
The hell's the name of the dude from Chicago that jumps the bandwagon?
Jim.
Yeah, there you go.
He recently passed away.
Oh, God bless. I'm sorry to hear that.
Dave disappeared. I don't know where Dave.
Yeah, I was wondering. He was
blind Dave. He was called every day. And,
he was a star. So I'll have to. Yeah, maybe he listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
I've looked all over. I tried to find him through the VA and everything. He just disappeared. I don't know where he is.
Right. But it's really cool, for us as listeners to have, repeat callers. And, I don't always agree with anybody's opinion that calls. That's just the nature of the show. And, God bless you being a saint to entertain all of the calls that you have and everything. But it really is cool to hear.
Well, George Dickel used to, try to get my goat.
Oh, yeah.
And he got himself banned because he called my boss and cussed him out.
Oh, really?
What in the hell?
Because I hung up on him. I think I just hung up on him one day, and he called raising hell about that. And so I don't know.
That's fascinating. That's wild. I didn't expect that. Well, hell, I mean, as far as George Dickel getting banned, is there any call that just stands out as like was jaw dropping or completely funny, or where did this come out of, or did someone ever break something?
Or any like memorable stuff? Yeah.
Right. Well, we've done a lot of crazy stuff. And we used to have strippers on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of our salespeople sold advertising to some strip club. I think it was on this road.
It's probably one of those down the street. Yeah.
Anyway, they would have these strippers come in and once a week, and we'd interview them.
Right.
And there was this one girl. Her name was Dixie Bubbles. And I said,
the Bubbles family. And
I said, is that your real name? She said, yeah. I said, come on. I said, let me ask you a question. If you dropped your wallet in Walmart and somebody turned it into the desk and they said, Miss Bubbles, we have your wallet, you would know who they were talking about. So, and I asked her stuff like, is there a Mr. Bubbles? And it was just, that lasted about a month.
Well, that's funny. Is that when y'all went to video, when you had the strippers on? No, just a joke. Just a joke. I've
done so many different things.
Well, you still do remotes and stuff. We have you have recurring people as well with Rafe Judd and the racing. It's Rafe Judd, isn't it?
Rafe, yeah.
Yeah, Rafe that does the racing. So that's every Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have, Devin, they have Hadrils on there, right? You do a fishing report and stuff. So that's kind of cool that you have repeat folks coming on there as well. I mean, to that point, I've heard doctors come in, talk about sports injuries, lawyers, you have the golf reports and everything. Who does all the coordinating for that?
That would be the sales staff. That's part of usually it's a sales thing. And they, can you have him on? Yeah, it's, I don't coordinate it. I mean,
but it's still pretty
Ray's
interesting.
a friend of mine, so he's been doing over 25 years coming on talking NASCAR.
Oh, really? And then Penn Wager, he passed recently,
Penn
right?
passed, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest things about.
We bring him in every year and go over the rule changes.
And also have him on every now and again when there was a big call in football or, that he could talk
and he would always defend the referees. Every time.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
he was a distinguished
he
referee.
would say anything against his brothers.
Yeah, he was a distinguished referee for the Southeastern Conference.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about local sports. And we're talking about a lot of fans and a lot of callers. Do you think that there's, I guess, more passion for local sports?
I think so. I don't get into, we talk a lot of high school football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We preview the games. You start talking high school, those people are sensitive.
Hey, Rick.
I mean, they really are. I mean, why you talk so much about Wando? You don't say. I mean,
oh wow, really?
30-something high schools in the Charleston area.
Yeah.
So it's hard to cover them all and be fair. And I try to stay away from any high school controversy.
Yeah.
Like all the public schools that hate Oceanside and or Bishop England. And all. I just stay away from that. That's a lose-lose situation there.
That is. Could be. That's a good question, though.
But even, just higher up, there's a lot of love for RiverDogs and Citadel. And,
right. Oh, the Battery's got a great following. Stingrays.
Yeah.
Yeah, the minor league sports here are great.
Yeah.
And they're great people that, they do a great job.
They seriously do. We go to RiverDogs games. We're season ticket holders for the Battery, so we're fans of that.
Yeah.
I guess to DJ's point, I guess the passion has got to be the Carolina Clemson thing. And, I don't hear a lot of nastiness with the calls or anything usually. There's not a whole lot of sand rubbing into
do you have someone who
wounds.
Just filters out all the cursing?
Or you just manage?
Anytime I'm critical of Clemson.
Yeah.
I get called a Carolina homer and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I'm critical of Carolina, and I promise you, I'm more critical of Carolina than I am Clemson. But I tell these people, I say, Clemson's not perfect.
No.
But it's a fun rivalry. It really is. Some people take it too far. People take it way too serious.
Man, we got family up in the upstate.
Yes.
They're in the upstate. And they will be like, the Rock Hill Herald, all they do is cover Carolina.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
right.
It's just somebody, especially with the newspaper somewhere, somebody's going to be like, they cover so-and-so team much more than they should.
Right.
It's not fair and stuff. So I think
Phil Cornbooth, the Clemson people call him
Corn Coot.
Corn Coot. And I forget what the Carolina people
Taters,
call
Coots. All that stuff.
It's crazy.
It is. It is. It's. I don't know. I will say that I'm not going to go on a stump, but the internet has really, made this whole thing where everybody and message boards and TigerNet and everything like that, it's good a lot of times, but it really becomes people go into these wormholes of just.
I think the internet has done that to everything.
Yeah, I guess
to be honest with you.
Yeah, everybody's all uptight and has a voice now.
People type in something and they never say to somebody's face.
Oh, not at all.
And I get tired of it. Sometimes I shut it down for 2 or 3 days and don't even go on it. Especially the politics.
Oh yeah, forget it. I'd rather look at sports. They should decide all the politics in the field of play or something. So
I guess this is a good point though, or a good segue to the future of radio talk. You've been in the game for so long. Where do you see
I think it's okay. I mean, I think people still like to ride in their car, listen to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's so many ways you can get it now. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on your computer. You can get it in your office now. And there are just so many ways to get it, but there's so much out there. I mean, you guys know, how many podcasts are there out there?
Okay, yeah.
Everybody that thinks they know a little bit about sports,
Yeah.
there's a podcast.
Absolutely.
There must be 20 of them for Carolina alone.
Oh, yeah, and you can't keep up with them all.
And they're all experts, I guess. But I think AM radio, FM, AM, I don't know, may go away at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But FM will always be there. In fact, I think they're trying to get rid of AM radio.
That would be a shame because I still, I'm a fan from old times. I think eventually people are going to get really sick of the internet and maybe they're going to want that difference.
Right.
Yeah. Because the one thing about AM radio or FM radio is it's over the air. You can't push it to where you want it to be. It's just there.
Right.
And you kind of confuse. And my thing sometimes is like, that's comforting to me. It's, something that's coming in live like that. But
to answer your question, I think radio's still good.
Yeah. So let's go through some quick hitters real quick, and then we'll talk about hyping you up some more.
I love this first question you put in here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you can go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Take it. All right. We're going to go just a little rapid fire stuff. So coffee or sweet tea? What's your preference?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Okay.
No matter
I don't
what.
drink coffee.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
That was easy.
Next one, barbecue sauce preference.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's from Orangeburg, of course.
I grew up on Duke's barbecue.
Duke's barbecue, man. That's right. Okay. We've already had what's the best chicken? What's the best fried chicken in the state? How about that?
That's a good one.
You don't have to be committal. That's fine.
Well, the best fried chicken I ever had was my high school girlfriend's mother.
Oh, okay, cool.
Really?
I mean, she pulled that big old cast iron skillet and the Crisco, and I knew I was eating good that night. Your Publix is right. I mean, some of the Dodgers down in Ravenel.
Yeah, I like Dodgers too.
Yeah. Good chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody really has bad fried chicken.
Yeah, good point.
It is a hard thing to come back.
Yeah. The Duke's barbecue in James Island has pretty good
they
fried
have
chicken.
Great fried chicken.
Yeah. So I do like that. Come to mind. All right.
I'm so old they didn't have chicken when the barbecue place. And now everybody has chicken, it seems like.
I am grateful.
Yes.
What's your preference for eating shrimp? Do you do it boiled? Do you do it fried? Do you do it all?
Any way you give me shrimp, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it ain't a party unless they got shrimp.
Yeah.
Now with boiled shrimp, I make a big pile and then I eat it.
Yeah, that's the way it's throw it out on
it's a little bit like work.
Yeah. All right, how about this? We've already talked about the Clemson and Carolina debate. It can be fun and exhausting.
Carolina.
Yeah, of course, Carolina. And then what is the one dream interview you would like as far as a person past or present to just sit down and do a little sports interview with them?
I would like to sit down with Bear Bryant.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. And
there's a lot of them. I mean, there's so many of them.
I'm sure.
But growing up, my daddy being in Alabama, me growing up an Alabama fan, I think that'd be cool.
Right. It's not Kelly Tripucka, though?
Or Lou Holtz.
Ooh,
so I could ask him what the hell he
was
was doing in that 63-17 loss to Clemson.
Man, I'm a big fan of Lou Holtz. Even though I'm a Clemson guy, I grew up actually Notre Dame fan because that was always on TV. So I was a Lou Holtz fan.
As a kid, he gave me a football.
I used to tell people, I can't do it now, but that I wanted Lou Holtz to be my pallbearer so he could let me down one last time.
Yeah, so
I'm not a big Lou Holtz fan.
I know, I'm just making fun. And then I do remember it was the Kelly Tripucka story, right? That
he spit on me.
Yeah, when he spit on you. So
I'll get him back one day.
Yeah.
I'll get him back.
All right. Well, I tell you, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. And Bobby Hartin, tell us how we can listen to you.
ESPN Radio, 98.9 FM, WTMZ, Monday through Friday. We're 4 to 6 now. August 1st, we go back to 3 hours, 3 to 6.
Oh, yeah, because that's real.
Yeah,
that's
our
really
summer hours now.
Yeah.
Basically means that we don't have 2 hours worth of stuff, 3 hours stuff to talk about.
That's it. You just talk about hot dogs and World Cup and
the first week in August, we were back to 3 to 6 and stuff like that. And
I will ask
we
you.
have high school football on Friday nights. Carolina. We do.
Oh, yeah.
We do Clemson football on our country station, 98.5 FM. We do Citadel on our oldie station, 102.1 FM. And we have Carolina right on 98.9.
Okay.
So
I do want to add really quickly, every year you do a big, giant thing for the Ronald McDonald House around Christmas time. So definitely want everybody to make note of that, because the Ronald McDonald House is charity that we are, very
we're looking on getting them on in a few weeks.
Yeah, so we're going to have them on soon as well. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. That's I'm on the board of trustees now. They trusted me with that.
Oh, really?
So
awesome.
we do one radiothon. We on there for 12 hours, and this past year we had our biggest year ever, $50,000.
That's fantastic.
I had to get a tattoo, but
I remember that. Yeah, you got the tattoo
of Ronald McDonald.
Oh, I got the Ronald McDonald House logo.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Right on there.
Yeah, I saw on your Facebook with
did it live at the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah. So is the national champion coming out of the SEC or Big Ten this year?
SEC.
Okay. All right, we're going to hold you to that.
I'm not going to say Big Ten.
Okay. Yeah.
However, I don't think it's going to be Indiana. I think if anybody comes out, it'll be Ohio State.
This can be Penn State's year. That's my master's. No, they never have a year. They so disappointed.
How do they let James Franklin go? I'll never understand that.
Stand-up guy. I mean, it just great. Had a Big Ten championship under him. I don't know. That's people ask me that question, and then they ask me, why isn't Dabo dipping into transfer portal and doing all that? So
he's doing it now.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess he's got to,
he's doing it now.
Get along with the times. Well, anyway, Bobby, we appreciate you coming
by.
You. We've been waiting for this forever. And for the Shrimp City Report, DJ and Devin are signing off. Y'all have a great week, and God bless. Bye. Bye.